For all XRP Ripple holders, today is a significant day. Online leaks are revealing more and more information about the outcome of the Ripple vs. SEC trial. And one thing emerges with every leak. For Ripple, the SEC will not be returning. This war was ultimately won by us. Industry insiders, cryptocurrency aficionados, and even the CEO of Ripple are giddy with anticipation. Furthermore, the CEO of Ripple is now forecasting that XRP may hit $50,000. Quite awesome, isn't it? Perhaps now is the moment to become a dollar millionaire. Don't pass up this opportunity. Immediately, let's get started. Disclaimer. In the ongoing case against Ripple Labs, the SEC has formally withdrawn its appeal. With that, the long-awaited sigh of relief is finally being exhaled by the XRP community. XRP Ripple coin is no longer classified as a security following almost 3 years of judicial drama, legal disputes, and regulatory ambiguity. Many believe that this is the start of a new era for the cryptocurrency sector as a whole, not just for Ripple. Investors and cryptocurrency influencers are referring to it as a victory. The remark "SEC offers settlement with Ripple," as stated by Crypto Geek, went viral among the community. Ito Farina went one step farther and tweeted that the SEC action was no longer relevant. There is no security in XRP. The rest is simply noise. The legal limbo, that noise. Finally, the market hesitancy and jurisdictional arguments are beginning to fade, and clarity is what remains in the quiet. This was not an unexpected occasion. The court previously decided in July 2023 that sales of XRP on secondary markets did not qualify as securities offerings. However, the SEC had remained aggressive up to this point, contesting certain aspects of the ruling and maintaining Ripple's legal monopoly. According to Crypto Patel's tweet, the appeal has now been paused, which is significant and encouraging for XRP. There is increasing conjecture that the SEC is taking a complete backseat. Are you feeling that moon energy yet, XRP holders? Patel continues. And who isn't, really? During his recent appearance on CNBC, former SEC head Gary Gensler was questioned about the SEC's decision to drop out of several high-profile cryptocurrency litigation, such as those against Coinbase and Kraken. In addition to the Ripple case, Gensler's tone was telling, but he made no mention of any particular case. He cautioned that sentiment underpins most of the cryptocurrency market. Nearly 99% is based on sentiment, he stated, implying that many tokens would not survive in the absence of solid fundamentals. However, Gensler's remarks seem less like a warning and more like a retreat. Ripple did more than simply surf a sentimental wave. It developed products, attracted international financial partners, and advanced practical applications for XRP, especially when it comes to international payments. Additionally, it withstood one of the harshest regulatory crackdowns in the history of cryptocurrency and emerged stronger. The current situation could be the start of a more significant change within the SEC. The agency is changing its strategy and reducing its harsh tone. Enforcement activities have been discontinued. Legal appeals have been put on hold. Through their outright opposition, Ripple may have contributed to the transformation of the regulatory environment. There are only 2 or 3 valuable metals, Gensler added. I don't believe that trading 10,000 or 15,000 memes or sentiment tokens over time will captivate humans. However, XRP was never merely another token for memes. It has a track record of 10 years, actual infrastructure, and now legal clarity. What will happen to XRP next? Without the burden of regulations, Ripple can now concentrate on growing its services and increasing usage. It's a sign to investors that XRP is at last free. The ambiguity that previously caused XRP to lose its prominence has subsided. New opportunities are also opening up as a result. Although the SEC is still keeping an eye on things, its hold has relaxed. Furthermore, this is more than just the conclusion of a legal dispute for Ripple and its backers. It's the beginning of something far more significant. But what if I told you that a lawsuit isn't over yet? It's the start of something far more significant. It is being referred to as the spark that might start the next bull run. It sounds brave, doesn't it? Listen, however, leading analysts and cryptocurrency insiders think that XRP may be at the core of a wave of new billionaires that might emerge from this moment. The game is evolving quickly, and you will be astounded by what occurs next. Therefore, the XRP community is not only hopeful but also energized. A surge of excitement is sweeping the cryptocurrency sector. Predictions are audacious and tweets are flying. Wealth powered by XRP is on the way, says Levi. Real warnings are significantly more comprehensive. Prepare for the largest cryptocurrency breakout in history. History is about to be made by XRP. Jack the Rippler too. He doesn't mince words. You're going to be your generation's first multimillionaire. It's electric energy. But what's actually causing this resurgence of optimism about XRP's future? Here comes Eduardo Farina, one of the most vocal supporters of XRP and the founder of Alpha Lions Academy. His point is really apparent, and it's drawing attention. Investing $1,000 in XRP now might yield a $50,000 profit tomorrow. Farina won't sell any of his holdings for less than $100 per token, because he thinks XRP is at the bottom of a multi-generational pump. His audacious position is based on vision rather than merely statistics. He is not alone in believing that XRP is the cornerstone of a redesigned global financial system. Farina even goes so far as to deem it insane to possess less than 1,000 XRP coins, asserting that this is the absolute minimum required to capitalize on the upcoming financial revolution. That type of belief is igniting a movement and is reminiscent of the early Bitcoin enthusiasts. Although his forecasts may seem drastic to some, they reflect a growing perception that XRP is significantly undervalued, particularly at this time when regulatory pressure is waning and the legal haze is clearing. Not everyone is persuaded, though. Critics point out that XRP may not provide the transformative wealth people anticipate. Even if it hits $100, a nearly 5,000% gain from its present $2 price point. One user commented, $50,000 sounds impressive, but it won't buy early retirement. And they're right. They're right. Not only must XRP reach $100, but it must do so quickly and at scale in order to provide generational riches. It may take 9 to 15 years for XRP to reach that peak, if at all, according to some analysts. Changelly makes a marginally more optimistic 2033 prognosis, while websites such as Teleganon expect $100 by 2040. However, those timelines are irrelevant to the genuinely bullish XRP army. They're not keeping an eye on the time, they're observing the motion. Skeptics such as Da Vinci Jeremy, meantime warn. They contend that short-term bets rather than 10-year holds would be more appropriate for XRP. They wonder if not now when, in reference to the token's recent stagnation. Nevertheless, it's difficult to overlook the sentiment. The situation feels different this time around because of the SEC's retreat. Gary Gensler's admission that the majority of cryptocurrency is sentiment-driven, and prominent influencers promoting XRP's upcoming chapter. Perhaps it's no longer only about timetables and charts. Perhaps it has to do with belief, conviction that XRP might at last live up to the promise it has held for years. Naturally, we also have to explore the most recent XRP Ripple collaborations. Ladies and gentlemen, there's lunacy going on behind the scenes, and it's no longer just hype. Ripple is quietly but steadily establishing itself as a key player in the global financial system. The network is growing more quickly than most people realize, from big banks to international payment agreements. This is the type of positive indication that astute investors pay attention to. Therefore, the most recent claims and events regarding XRP are generating a lot of discussion, particularly in light of its expanding significance in international financial institutions. Edward Farina, who recently